Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. Make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and that's right down below. Hit the bell and you'll get notified immediately as soon as I do go live. Another thing is if you are on my Facebook group, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission. That way I know who I'm talking to. Or if you haven't given StreamYard permission, just pop in your name and then I'll know who I'm talking to. Just also be aware that this is part of a live presentation. So when I do answer questions, it's because I'm going and I am live. So it is card sketch day. I am, hello, Betty. Hello. Like I say, if you haven't given permission, I don't know who I'm talking to. So you could maybe let me know who I'm talking to. And if you want to, I can always see afterwards. Card sketch number 150. Almost 3 full years of doing card sketches. Actually, I started just in March when the pandemic opened up, or when the pandemic came about. And then basically what happened was, I just got to move this a little bit. Basically what happened is I did miss a few, but now what I'm doing is I'm pre-recording for the days that I'm actually missing. Hello, Carol. Hello, Pam. And hello, Lila. Oh, man, this is amazing. I really do appreciate the fact that you do come and join me and that you do support my lives. It makes it a lot easier when I know that I've got people on there. So this card sketch is just a little tiny bit different. There's a couple of ways that you can interpret this. So I'm going to give you that interpretation. This piece here could be cut. You could basically go with this piece that's here, go in and cut this. But I'm going to show you something that I'm going to do a little tiny bit different. So it'll just show you kind of a different type of a card. I was also, I was on an online retreat thing that I was in, that I was asked to be a guest of, with people from the Australia and from the United States. And it was Mishwari that went and reminded me of this particular type of thing. So that's why I'm kind of doing this one. I also need a birthday card for my son, and I'm not sure if this is his stuff. He's so artistic that I think sometimes I don't get the best cards for him because I don't do enough masculine cards with the artistic flair that goes with that. Looks like an envelope. Well, it kind of does, but it's not. So I am using, and I want to show a few things. We know that there's an awful lot of things that are retiring and different things like that. So I am using the He's All That bundle, parts of it. I'm not using a whole lot of it. I'm using stamp set from it. Now remember, going into the new annual catalog, if you like this is staying. However, it's not staying as a bundle price. So if you like something like this, you get it ahead of time, and then that way you save your 10% on there. I am using circles, and these layering circles are going. I know we're going to be left with stylus shape dies, but we for our circles, that only gives us 4 or 5 different circle sizes. They don't give these circle sizes as well. So another thing, but they are coming back with another punch. So that's a good thing. All right. So we've got that. And then I thought, oh, I just love this designer series paper. This designer series paper is so much fun. My son is a bit of a camper, so I can get it. I can get away with doing something like that for him. But he lives in Montreal, and it always snows on his birthday. So I don't know. It's going to be one of those things that it's hit and miss, but he won't be camping during that time. That's for sure. So I do have a few of these things cut out. This is that part of the designer series paper that has a bunch of punch outs. And I'm going to use that old Volkswagen van because he just reminds me of that sort of type thing. He should have been born years ahead of time. So there's all these different dies that are just punch outs, and I'm going to use that. And what else am I using? The stylus shapes, of course. All right. So I'm going to show you how I actually interpreted this particular sketch. I was thinking, how could I get this so that I could do it as a sketch? So I'm going to show you what I did with this. Now that's this piece here that I'm actually going to, this happens to be 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and my pencil, and I am going to mark at, this is half, so half of that is, or this is 5 inches, and half of 5 inches is 2.5. Who says you never use math, right? And then I'm going to actually go down here and I'm going to mark this at 1 5/8. And I'm going to cut down to the 1 5/8 mark. I can't even really see that. So all I'm going to do is I am taking my trimmer. Oops, let's move it this way. And I'm just going to come to the 2.5 inch mark. Actually, I didn't have to really mark that. And I'm going to go down to 1 5/8. And that's the reason why I have on my trimmer, I have this piece of So Saffron cardstock behind, and I'm going to come down to that mark. So actually what I could do is I could mark it at the 1 5/8 first, and then just cut up. And that's all I'm really doing. I'm not going to be doing this cut here. However, if that's what you want to do, you could go ahead and do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and where this is right to this mark here, whoops, oops, just rip that. I'm just going to gently fold this back. I want that to go like that. It's too bad. I'm just going to have to, you know what? I'm going to take my bone folder, and this will help. All right. But you haven't used it. Oh my goodness, use it. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to fold this, or use my bone folder to fold this, because what I want to do is I just want to take this and just fold it back like that. Now I guess you know what, I think I'll fold this. So what I'm going to do is I'll just take this and score this. I was going to actually have it where it was going to be up, but I'm going to just score this. So I'm just taking this and scoring this up to that part. Do you use your bone folder for a score? I do sometimes. I don't want a really deep score in this. And I could have used my scoring blade on my trimmer as well. So then that's got a score line there. So I can go in and fold this down. And I'm just going to fold this part in. So I want that to be like that. And then I'm just going to fold this part back as well. All right. There we go. And see, that's what's going to give us that mark there. But I'm not going to go in with my, I'm going to actually put a dimensional here and a dimensional here. So it's going to give a bit of depth. You're not going to notice it a lot, but it's just going to give some depth here. And then we're just going to fold that down. So it kind of, I don't know. Some people, I think, have called this a color card. Would that be what it would be? Anyways, we'll just score that there a little bit more. And I really wanted to get this part to score over. That's where I ripped it. All right. So soft succulent. This piece happens to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. Now the soft succulent is retiring. So I don't know. I know that the blends are already sold out. I don't know how. I didn't even go, and I should have checked the inventory status report before I did this. Remember, there's so much retiring and there's so many good things. Okay, so early espresso, forgot to score this. So let's just go in and quickly score this. This is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at, we're going to score this at 4 1/4. So I'm just coming in with my scoring blade. Let's just score that down to 4 1/4. Usually score this on my scoring blade and my scoring board. All right, so we're just going to fold into the mountain. And let's get that with our bone folder. And then this is going to go on like so. So you see how I've got that? That is the same look, right? Kind of a little bit of a bonus that goes there. So let me go ahead and put this onto the card base. Make sure we got that going the right way. Have you ever had a card open the wrong way? Hello? Yeah, make sure you use this paper. It really, mind you, I'm a Cajun craze person. I don't like oranges, but I like Cajun craze. I think because I like it with brown and I like it with Night of Navy. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this piece on here. Yeah, this designer series paper is going. So again, that's something that you might want to look at. This is directional paper, so I'm just going to lie it down here. There we go. I have my inside, and then I've got, and I thought I would do is I would have this come like this, right? This one had a sentiment there. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this. I thought of this, well, I don't know when I thought of this, but anyways, I want to use this Volkswagen van. Well, I think it's a Volkswagen van. And this particular stamp, the one that is right, let me get it out again. This is probably my favorite, this one and this one, but this one just didn't have the words that I wanted for him. So I wanted to go happy birthday to a classic, but it has the car guy there. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm taking our markers. Now, remember, our markers are changing. They will be changing. Betty said that she just order every cardstock of the retiring colors. Yes, I tend not to anymore. I used to. But anyways, our markers are changing. The barrel is going to be a little bit longer. The brush end is going to be a little bit different. And then this is going to be more of a bullet end. It's not going to be quite like the thin one. It's going to be more of a bullet end. But then you can still do it with the markers. So I'm just going to a classic. And I'm just carefully coloring this because you don't want to ruin this tip. And then this can go like this. And then what we want to do is we want to huff on this, or as some of you have told me, it's a Darth Vader. It does sound like Darth Vader, doesn't it? And I'm just doing that. So that way I've got happy birthday to a classic. Now, what I wanted to do was I wanted to turn around and I wanted to cut this out. So I've got this cut out like this, but I also want to go ahead and go to a classic again. So I'm going to go and ink that up as well. I'm going to show you. This way I can cut this out still with the thing. Huff on it. And now I've got to a classic. So I am going to turn and I'm going to fussy cut that part out. This is like this. This is the layering circles. This is the stylish shapes. So this is going to go here. And then this is going to go right there. But I want this to a classic. Now I'm going to show you, because with me putting this little bug on here, you see what's happening, the Volkswagen van, I'm covering up that to a classic. So now what I can do is just come down here. Yes, you could do the top part as a tuck for a gift card as well. Yes, for sure. All right, so I've got that crooked. Let me see, I've got, just going to go and cut that a bit better. Might have to stamp that again. And I'm going to, just like this. I'm going to try something, and if it doesn't work, I'll just stamp another one. I want to kind of have this cut like this and down to here. So let's see how that's going to look. If it doesn't look any good, I'll just stamp it again. There we go. That'll work. So then this part here is going to go to a classic. See how that works? So that's going to work quite well on there. All right, so I want to put this directly right onto the oval. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up these sides here, just so that it's all the same size, same level is what I'm trying to say. Oh my goodness. This is one of those days. I've been on a Zoom since my time, Pacific time. I've been on a Zoom since 6:30 this morning. Have this, and then I'm back on a Zoom at 1 o'clock. So it's all good. Love it. All right, so now I'm just going to come in. I probably should use black dimensionals. Oh, I do have some big ones here. So I'm just going to put a dimensional on this side. Oops. Well, maybe one there, one here, one there, and one there. I like using the black when I have a dark going onto any color. All right, so let's just take this off. Oops. All right. So now this is just going to go like this. Now I probably could have used, well, I could have used another color, but I'm not going to. Now, like I say, this can go right on here. So it says happy birthday. And you know what? I'm going to pop this guy up too. We'll go back to our white dimensionals. Let's see. Good morning, Marie. Oh, Betty, a lot of your retired colors. You know what? I'm okay with some of them. I'm honestly very okay with some of them. The one I was shocked at the most was Bermuda Bay. But just because that's kind of a color that I use a lot. However, my blog color is Calypso Coral, so that'll work. All right, so this is to a classic. So you know what? I think I might even just put it over to this side because it's not showing. If I did it like the card sketch has down there, like you can always change your stuff there. I'm thinking to myself, I can go here. And I think that's what I'm going to do. And the reason being for that is because it's not showing up on the other side. I guess I could have, I guess what I could have done was layer it. Let's put that right there. And I'm just going to glue this part here. There we go, just like that. All right, so what are we going to do for the inside? Well, I think what I could do is, you know what? I could do this. So I'm going to come in with this particular stamp. My goodness, let's get it out. Put this back in. I'll have to clean that. And I've got this here. And I've got my soft succulent marker pen. And I've got this one. So let's see how this is going to work. So this is a little bit harder to color. You know what? We're going to do the bumpers. We'll even do the tires. They are different colors, but I'm not going to worry about that. And we'll see how this looks. If it doesn't look any good, I'm not going to do it. So we're just going to, and I should have put this color on first because it's lighter. And I didn't. So I might contaminate it a little bit. So I got to be careful. Not get those colors on there. So my dog's been going nuts today because the deer are coming down. So like at 5 o'clock this morning, there was deer all down. Oh, you like the sketch? Oh, good. So let me just see how this is going to look on the inside. You know what? Doesn't look bad. So I'm going to quickly color, actually clean it. Because what I want to do is I want to make it, I want to do the proper, I want to do the soft succulent first. So that if I cover it up with the, whoops, that doesn't go there. If I cover it up with the early espresso, it's not going to take the color. Like it's not going to, it won't contaminate because it's a darker color. So let's do that again. I love this direct to rubber technique. That's why markers are so great, because you can get any color that you want as long as you have all the markers. So we're going to color up there as well. So I'm going to put that right down on the corner. There we go. Oh, we got a halo. Oops. We really have a halo. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to turn around and we're going to cut this guy out. And I'll have to do a different center. I'll just have to get another piece. This one looks like it's a surfer, right? I didn't realize there was ink on that part of the stamp. So let me just do this. I think he'll like this card. But don't forget, I will be, I have to draw for the winners of last month's. I can't believe it's April the 1st already. Happy April Fool's Day. So I'll draw for the winners shortly. Let me see. I've got to just grab some white. You know, this piece isn't quite cut right, so I'll just go and quickly cut it. And this was a piece that was actually 3 3/4 is what I want, by 5 inches. This was a piece I had left from this morning, my class this morning. So that's going to go there. Let's go. And this little guy can go here. And this is going to give me lots of room to oh, it's kind of dirty, isn't it? Let me see if I can rub that off. There we go. Let's see if I have any questions. Oh, right, Betty. Yeah, the card class at 1 o'clock today. Using Sentimental Park. Yes. I did give one wrong measurement for there, but it's an easy one. It's smaller. So, all right. So that's a little crooked. So put that in there. And like I say, I'm going to go and put this little one right down here. So it kind of gives a bit of, and I'm not going to pop it up. I'm just going to put that guy right there. And then I've got more room to write to him. And now what we need to do, there's an, oh shoot, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to put some jute on here or some linen thread. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do it on here afterwards. Well, you know what? I can. I'm going to. Oh dear. I want to put some of this behind here. Didn't have it out on my desk, so that's why I didn't see it. So we're just going to put some seal on here. I wonder if my son will say, what did you do that for? That's kind of, well, we're not going to worry about it. I wanted some linen thread on there, so that's why it's there. Now, I also thought, don't forget, the soft succulent is retiring. The designer series paper is retiring. Our early espresso has stuck around. It's staying in our neutral group. And now there's one more thing I wanted to do. Remember that these are also going out of our colors, like they're out of the bundles. So now I can go ahead and put this on there. And I think I'll use these brushed ones here. I'll put a couple there. And then one right down here. And there's the card for the card sketch. Yeah, I can send that to him. Happy birthday to a classic, using this particular 150, this card sketch. So I hope that you'll join in with this card sketch. This is kind of a fun fold. You can do it different ways, but I thought this would look really good with this particular one. Where's the class at 1? Oh, Marie, this was one using the Sentimental Park. And this one, oh, we closed up, about a month and a half, 2 months ago. So this is one that's being done virtually. And then going forward, when we do these all occasion classes, what we're going to do is we're going to do a hybrid. So half can come to our house, whoever can, and the rest we can do by Zoom. So that way it will look good. Awesome. Watch the replay. There's a fix for everything. Oh, you know, Betty, I've got to tell you this story. And I tell this story, I don't know how many times, but my son, the one that's getting this, who's very artistic, he's also a videographer. He specializes in film editing. He goes and he says to me, he says, Mom, send me a bunch of your bloopers. And I said, just watch any of my videos. They're all bloopers. And I don't worry about it. It's what it is. If you saw my ones that I did for my Your Creativity class yesterday, I did the videos for it. Oh my goodness. Terrible video, but that's okay. Anyways, I think that's kind of a fun card. I think he'll like that. So I'll get that off into the mail for him with a bunch of goodies. And yeah, we've got a few birthdays this month that are back there in Montreal, so they'll get that. In any event, so what else is happening? Let me just get up to this part over here. So I have, I've got, what have I got going? Your Creativity Awaits for next month. Registration is still open till the second Sunday of the month, and that's using Pedal Park. I'm doing in-person classes and classes to go as well, and my registration's all there. That's monthly club. And then my Your Creativity Awaits is using Irresistible, Hello Irresistible, where there's 3 options actually. You can do it with just the stamp set, you can do it with the dies, or you can do it as the whole bundle. And if you do it as the whole bundle, you get the bonus projects. What else have I got? Can't think what else I have going. Oh, I have my mystery boxes that are all ready. So if you want, and you want to make sure that you're part of my email list, is make sure that there is a link to sign up for my email list down below. That's my newsletter list, and it takes you right to a form, and that gives you permission. And then I will see you back on Monday at 11 o'clock for my 11 o'clock for my live, which I will be doing. It's usually a fancy fold or a box of some sort. This is something I've replaced with my Tuesday online class in the evening. I'm just finding I can reach way more people off of YouTube. So I do appreciate doing it that way. So thank you, Pam. Thanks, Betty. I really do appreciate that. Don't forget, give me the thumbs up if you like this. Also, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And another thing is if you do live in Canada, don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, I would love to be your demonstrator. I do have a fairly generous online program. You can get free tutorials each and every month. And depending on how you register, basically there's other goodies for you as well. If you're joining me in person, of course you do get your goodies that go along with that as well, because I for my in-person classes, I do have a special treat for you when you do come. Thank you. And yes, thank you, Kay. Sip and Stamp is on tonight. So if you have nothing else to do, you want to sit and chat with us, you want to stamp with us, you just bring your own stuff and work on it. We do talk an awful lot about movies. A lot of times we run our projects by other people just to see what they think of it. In any event, you guys have a great weekend and we will talk to you soon. Bye for now.